Let's also touch base with currency, where you have seen the dollar index turn around quite smartly and it's trading on the higher side, and that's the rupee on your screen. The second day of very sharp decline coming in, 0.5% down. We did the opening trade at 61.95 itself, and since then it has been a very choppy day. The dollar index on your screens, 0.5% on the higher side. We are at 80.56 right now. And the rupee has slipped in trades today on the back of dollar demand. The currency has ended the day at 61.74, and the rupee continues to lags behind even as we have seen the Indian equity markets make higher highs during the day. Let's also get in then Kilol Pandya. He's Senior Fund Manager, Debt LIC Nomura, and he joins us on the show. Kilol, hi. How have you seen the currency movement given the fact that the Indian equity markets have been running? Do you see a perhaps inverse correlation coming in?
Yes, that has been the case for quite some time. In some form or fashion, the currency has been, the movement of the currency has been dictated by how the equity markets have been moving. And very recently we had seen some amount of depreciation in the currency being attributed as a direct result of FIIs selling off in the equity markets. So I won't be surprised if this time around we see a reversal. As equity markets are moving up, we may end up seeing the currency appreciate as well. Of course, it's not an exact correlation. A lot of other moving parts are there in the equation. But there is a significant connect, and in the recent past, we have robust data to back up this theory.
Kilol, it's a third straight week of decline coming in for the currency. It did start at a 3-week close itself when the opening trade started. What is bothering the currency according to you, and do you think it really is perhaps about the Fed tapering that could start sooner than what the markets are expecting, or do you think it's the election thing that already making inroads into the currency sentiment?
A bit of both. Like I mentioned, there are many moving to this equation. The election is weighing on the markets. More importantly, we are not yet certain when the elections are going to take place. Let us not forget that either. In addition, of course, tapering is pretty much the sword of Damocles. And in addition, we also have our domestic issues to worry about, which have quite clearly been elucidated by RBI and its policy relating to worries of fiscal slippage and how the inflation numbers are going to pan out. You are adding all these factors to a situation where the economy is already slowed down quite a bit, and according to consensus, we are not in for a V-shaped recovery. By all accounts, it's going to be a U-shaped recovery. So in that context, there are a lot of factors which are weighing on the participants, which are contributing in part to the choppy kind of movement which we are seeing, as a counterpoint to, or as a counterbalance to the rise which we are seeing in the equity markets.
Fair point, Kilol. We'll let you go at that. I appreciate you joining us with your time on sense on the currencies there. Vijay, how would you look at the way the rupee has been behaving, and of course the smart recovery that we have seen coming in for the index?
Manisha, I've been talking about the rupee having a very limited room for appreciating beyond the 60 levels, and I've been talking about 63, 63.5 levels for a fairly long period of time, and on an intraday basis the future prices have seen 63 levels. I think there is still headroom on the upsides for the US dollar to rally vis-a-vis the rupee. 63.5 is a high probability level that should come, and I'm talking about the futures here. And only after 63.5 would you take a relook, depending on what the screen does in terms of price, volume and open interest correlation at that point in time. It may just head higher, or it might just consolidate. But if I was to get the US dollar at 61, 61.25 again in the prompt month futures, I would bet my money that the dollar is headed higher.
All right, so strong dollar, weak rupee is the scenario going forward coming in for the currency market there. But with that, Vijay, thank you so much as well for joining us, and a very happy Diwali to you and rest of our viewers.